It is so good to have you company. I'm Christy Paul, and today for Michael Lanos, and we're starting with a story out of Charlottesville, Virginia. Police looking for that missing University of Virginia student. They've released disturbing video from the night she disappeared. Take a look here. Whatever you're doing, look at your screen. Surveillance cameras here capturing footage. This was early Saturday morning. It shows a man following 18-year-old Hannah Graham. Police say a man later came to them and said he was the one who was following her. And he then told officers that she looked distressed and wanted to make sure that she was okay. That was his intent, he says. Well, shortly after that, he said another man came up to Graham and put his arms around her, so he figured she was okay. Authorities say they couldn't see a second man in any of those videos. But let's talk about this with HLN law enforcement analyst Mike Brooks and WCHV reporter Talia Cunningham, who's joining us on the phone from Charlottesville. Talia, I do want to start with you. Thank you so much. Any new information you can share with us?
Hi, thank you for having me. The information that you have is the most current information that we were given. As you said, we have newly released surveillance photos. Now, the thing about this case is that the police here in Charlottesville, as the FBI is involved as well now, has been putting the case together almost piece by surveillance footage. They've been relying on tips. We've received over 60 tips from the community, and we're really relying on that and the surveillance footage of downtown Charlottesville to put together exactly what happened and where Hannah was that night she disappeared. Like you did say, we do have surveillance footage from Sal's. It's a pizza place here, and you can see in the footage that Hannah is walking quite quickly up the downtown mall, and a gentleman is standing outside. He sees her, and as she passes, he begins to follow her, and the surveillance is then cut off. Now, the man did turn himself in or confess to police that he was following Hannah because she looked distressed, and he reported that a man came up to Hannah and put his arm around her. Either he knew her or he was trying to help her in some way. That's the latest footage and the latest that we have now here in Charlottesville.
Okay, so Talia, do we know, did this gentleman that did contact police and say it was him, did he say that he knew her previously?
No. Well, he did not know her previously. He just said that she looked distressed, and he wanted to make sure that she was going where she needed to be and safely.
Mike, what does that say to you, that a stranger is just going to walk up in the middle of the night and say, hey, okay?
That could be possible because
yeah.
I've looked at all the different videos, and she appears to be intoxicated. I've talked to some of my sources down there, and they're saying the same thing. And apparently, she was intoxicated at the time. So maybe that's what he means when, in distress. Maybe she was staggering a little bit, and he wanted to make sure she was okay. This is an area, Christy. I know this area very well. I'm down there about once a year. This is an area that's always very well populated, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. Now, this other male that came up and put his arm around her, apparently he is not seen in any of the video. So they're still going around. You heard her say they had some video from Sal's Pizza. We saw the one there at the Shell station. That was right on Preston, and that was captured about 12:55 a.m. And then we see her in the downtown mall. And there was also a jeweler that had some video, and there's this one pub that apparently she passed by, that maybe this guy was with her, and they're trying to find the doorman from that particular pub to see if he remembers anything. So, again, they say that this is going to go on at least a number more days. You've got the Charlottesville Police, Albemarle County, and the FBI. But a lot of people are saying, could this possibly be related to the disappearance of Morgan Harrington back in 2009? She was a Virginia Tech student who was going to a Metallica concert there at the University of Virginia, and she disappeared, and her body was found a time later in Albemarle County out on a farm not too far away from UVA.
That's a good point. Talia, has anybody talked about that in the community? Any sort of correlation?
Well, there is speculation from the community members. There is nothing concrete to link them two together. Now, people have been raising questions, like this is the 5th girl to go missing in 5 years here in Charlottesville. There is speculation, and people are questioning, but then again, there's no evidence of that at this time. Police are not connecting the two at this point.
All right, so Talia, real quickly, did her friends know that, did she leave and her friends didn't realize she left on her own? And what kind of active search is currently ongoing?
Well, like I said, the police are actively searching downtown. They've expanded the search just in today to the Rivanna River as well. Now, her friends knew that she was out partying. Now, she never made it to the party that she was supposed to be at. The last text message that she received or sent was at 1:20 a.m. to her friends saying that she was lost and that she was on her way to the party, but she was lost. So clearly she was intoxicated because she is a second year and knows the area well. So she was intoxicated, like I said, but also lost at the same time.
All right, all right. Well, hey, Talia Cunningham with WCHV, thank you so much for the update.
Thank you.
Mike Brooks, as always, thank you.